You know what I absolutely love about Clown World? The fact that every time something goes awry and a person gets blowback for a hot take, they always go with the same type of script and say, "Oh my God, look what they're doing to me." That's what this Marvel employee is doing. The writer of She-Hulk, the one that decided they would put out hot takes about South Park and also put hot takes out and denigrate people based on a certain shading and based on the equipment that they carry. This person now, they're putting out tweets like this, talking about their mild opinions on TV shows and how the response they're getting, well, aren't women allowed to have an opinion on something? It's as though we're watching a current year paint by number where people fail and they fall back on this. When are folks going to wake up and say, yeah, you know about that? Maybe you can get likes, maybe you can get retweets, but you know what you can't get? My money and support. So hey there. So today I want to return to that wonderful world of hot takes. And this hot take, it's kind of a follow-up to something that you and I discussed before. Now I'll fill in all of the blanks at this at the end of it all, but this is what you need to know so far. The person in front of you, Dana Schwartz, they decided they would put out this message. In retrospect, it seemed impossible to overstate the cultural damage done by South Park, the show that portrayed earnestness as the only sin and taught that mockery is the ultimate inoculation against all criticism. Now she goes on to run down South Park, and I mean she does this in tweet after tweet after tweet, and this is something that this person has done again and again, and they always base this criticism on a couple of things that they note also about Matt and Trey. She said in other tweets things like this: Matt and Trey are rich white guys, and they convinced a generation of scared, vulnerable young men that irony will never hurt them. Now, this is a person, of course, that has brought up that thing about white men, talking about how, you know what, screw it, no novels by white men in high schools for the next 20 years. I am more scared of angry young white men in trench coats than I am of ISIS. I mean, this person, they have gone on and on and on with hot takes, and well, this time, with enough trending, they actually got blowback. Now, this is the way that they frame blowback. I tweeted a pretty mild opinion about a TV show on my own personal Twitter account like a week ago, and I've been getting multiple, "Oh, what's that?" Yeah, the go-to from everyone from Zoe Quinn to Anita Sarkeesian every day since. Like, LOL, is there something that women are allowed to have an opinion on? This, of course, because of the way that it's worded and what she said she gets 23,200 likes, 1.4K retweets. So she gets all of this attention for it. She continues, "Like, guys, I cannot tell you how crazy it's been. Crazy. Almost constant emails, full like 15-minute videos on YouTube about how ugly I am, articles about me, quote unquote, trying to get TV show canceled. Nope, wasn't trying to cancel anything, just tweeted a thought about it. Wild." Now here's something that I like to keep on hand just for occasions like this. This is Twitter terms of service, and we're going to look at 2 sentences here. "By submitting, posting, or displaying content on or through the service, you grant us worldwide, non-exclusive, royalty-free license to use, copy, reproduce, process, adapt, modify, publish, transmit, display, and distribute such content in any and all media or distribution methods. This license authorizes us to make your content available to the rest of the world and to let others do the same." You catch that part there? And to let others do the same. Here, you want me to slow it down for you? and to let others do the same. You want me to backmask it for you? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're allowed to go out. We're allowed to criticize. And you, when we make videos, you have to just watch them, and maybe you can complain and misconstrue, but we can take screenshots and showcase exactly what you've said. She continues, I'm a professional entertainment journalist, author of multiple books, writer for TV and comic books, and apparently I can't use my own personal Twitter to have a thought about a TV show without dozens of people emailing me that I'm a who needs to be, and you see how she describes this. I don't know, color me doubtful in this. I'm not seeing people go out, call you that specific thing. I'd like to see you post proof, and I'm sure if you had it, you would. See, during her hot take, she didn't mind posting other things, as you can see in front of you. You have Exhibit A, where she's talking about normal, well-adjusted South Park fans, and she's reposting comments that they make. And then, in Exhibit B here, you notice that she's putting in names of people, their emails, and she's putting in comments. And, you have to believe that that is actually an email address. That is a comment coming in. But still, she had no problem posting that. So why would she have a problem now? And she continues with her hot take, saying, I guess finding a new target for trolling makes them feel united, gives them some meaning to their day. But I ask you, who's the triggered one? The one who tweeted a personal thought on a topic, or the one who then went back years back through someone's Instagram to find unflattering pictures to make fully edited videos about how she's ruining their lives? Now, what's hilarious about this is that she pretends that people were looking for old pictures of her so they could rag on her appearance, when really the true appearance is in something like this. See, this person works for Disney, and yet they put out hot take after hot take about The Last Jedi, and if you don't like that thing, well, they have some nasty things to say about you. Not only that, but they love to go out and insult people like, say, the Joker director. And on top of that, too, again, look at all of these tweets about white men, about the book that she's written, The White Man's Guide to White Male Writers of the Western Canon, so on and so on and so on. It's interesting because this is someone that's employed by Marvel. This is someone that's employed by Disney. And of course they need to put out what they just said, because otherwise someone might scrutinize them and, hey, maybe they'll go the same way as Chuck Wendig. She continues, the craziest part is it wasn't even a particularly novel opinion. Lindy West wrote about it in her book last year. Sean O'Neill wrote a piece for the AV Club in 2017. And you can see this is called South Park Raised a Generation of Trolls. And you can imagine who that finger is pointed to and what finger that is. Maybe the best distillation of the point was made by David Foster Wallace all the way back in 1993. Wonder what names the trolls would call him. Now, what's hilarious is she tries to take her thoughts on South Park, her thoughts on white males, and turn it into this. And make no mistake, irony tyrannizes us. The reason why our pervasive cultural irony is at once so powerful and so unsatisfying is that the ironist is impossible to pin down. All U.S. irony is based on an implicit, I don't really mean what I'm saying. So what does irony as a cultural norm mean to say? It is the new junta using the very tool that exposed its enemy to insulate itself. So you thought you running down South Park, talking about people, again, because of shade, because of equipment, because of how much money they carry, was you sounding like this? Because, yeah, that's not it at all. This is what people get when they try to deal with her directly. You see a statement here. These kind of threats should never be dealt out, but placing your opinion on the internet makes them open for criticism. South Park sees things from both sides, which is nice. Women can have opinions, but they have to expect criticism and questioning. People just do not agree with you. G says, my favorite part of this reply is when you say women can have opinions, but. So again, you see how people respond here. You see what they focus on, and since it's Twitter, you see how many likes that gets. So you can't have an honest debate. You can't have an honest answer. It's always going to look like this. That's why when you encounter something like I'm showing in front of you, all of this stuff about South Park, the correct answer to it is to close your wallet and never, ever pay for the privilege of being insulted again. But anyway, you tell me what you think about this, because I thought it was kind of interesting to see how this ran. Of course, it would go by that current year playbook. But anyway, like I said, tell me what you think. Let me end too by saying thank you. I appreciate you showing up and checking this out. You empower endeavors. These folks, they forgot that. People like Dana here, they forget it all the time, and woe be it to them. I never want to be like them, so thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you want to check out the channel, help it out, subscribe, you know that drill, but you just being here helps out, so thanks. We'll do this again pretty soon. Check those videos out too, and we'll see you next time.